how do you change your career value proposition by fulfilling unmet needs within the space that you are in? It's making that shift to what your organization needs today. So for instance, if you work in the banking sector and you want to shift or future-proof or reimagining your career, you are beginning to, you probably have to begin to think around fintech, you have to think around Bitcoin, you have to begin to think around blockchain, and you have to begin to shift to your roles and design your roles in there to begin to meet the unmet needs that are beginning to show up within your role and within your space. Next thing would be creating new career value proposition with existing assets. Let me give you an example. When I was in a technical career. When I left, a year after I left, I got offered these roles that I would never ever have been given had I stayed in a corporate role. But here's the thing, the skills that I picked up in this particular technical role, which means presentation skills, sales skills, working with corporate partners, they were the same skill sets. I had just pivoted them slightly into an entrepreneurial venture, into consulting ventures. You can begin to pinpoint certain skill sets that can then be drawn down and used in another space. Third way you could reimagine your career is to begin to look at your role as an end-to-end provision of solutions. Now, say you work in a corporate role, right? So maybe you are a performance reports manager, you create performance reports, sales reports. Essentially, you have to ask yourself the question in that, what are the reports for? The reports are to enable decision making. Reimagine and redesign what your role looks like by not only now creating the report, but beginning to look at industry trends and action taken based on similar data. Now, it's not just a report that goes out, it's a report that goes out with, here are possible ways in which we can attack competition based on this data. You're then showing the organization you're in that you have capacity and you have range. And so they begin to think of you more than just a cog in the wheel, and then there are opportunities to go up and to expand your role. Thank you very much for taking the time out to listen to me.